All right, new at 6, it has never before seen evidence in Jodi Parrack's cold case murder. The 11-year-old was found by her mother strangled to death in a Constantine cemetery in 2007. Daniel Furlong pleaded guilty to her murder yesterday. WSBT-22's Suzanne Spencer is here. And Suzanne, you just returned from talking with Michigan State Police in Paw Paw.
And for 3.5 years, Jennifer, detectives from throughout Michigan tried to find the little girl's killer. But news of yesterday's guilty plea is a chapter closed for the Michigan cold case team.
It's the mountains of evidence, thousands of police reports, and things like Jodi Parrack's bike that have consumed Michigan State Police Lieutenant Chuck Christensen's world for the past 4 years.
What I'm showing you is probably 10% of the paperwork that we're talking about here.
Nearly 7,000 documents, dozens of DNA samples, 25,000 man-hours fill an entire room where the cold case team has scoured over the question, who killed Jodi Parrack?
Perfect match. Yep, perfect match.
That perfect match was DNA swabbed from 65-year-old Daniel Furlong after he was arrested for abducting a child and holding her knife point in White Pigeon. That link ultimately led to his arrest in the Parrack case.
You're working day in and day out on one case, and you can't help but bring that case home with you at night and think about it as much as you try not to, because that's your only focus.
It was also a focus of the Constantine Police Department.
This represents just a really very small percentage of the reports that were generated in the case.
Chief Mark Honeysett was chief when Parrack was killed.
I've been in law enforcement for more than 40 years, but nothing quite like this.
He said very few days went by where he didn't think about Jodi's face, but he always had a gut feeling.
The killer's going to be located by accident. Somebody's going to arrest him and collect DNA, and we're going to have a match.
That match, Daniel Furlong, who police say planned Parrack's murder and planned to kill again.
Dan Furlong took down a young girl, and a young girl took down Dan Furlong. There's kind of a poetic justice there.
That young girl, a 10-year-old from White Pigeon, police say he lured her into his White Pigeon garage, held her at knife point, and attempted to tie her up with extension cords, but she got away. Police found her name on a list in Furlong's garage of little girls in his neighborhood. That 10-year-old girl at the top of the list.
What he was trying to do with the list is trying to see what girls he could capture and ones that he can't.
Furlong was charged with kidnapping and assault with a deadly weapon, but part of the plea agreement yesterday in the Parrack case dropped those charges. And should Furlong provide any information to police about any other crimes, he won't be charged. The prosecutor told me whether it's 1 count or 10, Furlong will spend the rest of his life in jail. Rick, they hope that immunity might be able to provide closure to other possible cases that Furlong could be connected to.